Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Looking at the Schwinn Kempo men's hybrid bike. Purchased this bad boy off of Walmart.com for $269. My overall impression of the thing is it's fun to ride. Is it the best? No. Is it the lightest? No. Are the gears top of the line? No. But it is fun. I took this thing out for a couple rides down at the shore, and yeah, there's some issues that you're going to have to work through, and I think for the most part with any bike, but it was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed this bike. How this thing will stand up over the next couple months and, rides or miles, only time will tell. But I will say, as a first impression for a very small sample size of hours and miles, very fun bike. Now, the couple of things I've noticed. The very first thing I've noticed is the bike comes halfway assembled. So you'll get the frame, the back wheel is all assembled. You'll have to put the front wheel on, you'll have to put the handlebars on, and you'll have to put the seat on. This is the seat. Is it the most comfortable seat? No. Did I deal with it for the moment? Yes. I didn't swap it out initially. I've read some reviews and folks said it's very, very uncomfortable. So without just, swapping it out and getting a new seat, I wanted to see how it did. It's uncomfortable. Can you tolerate it? I guess it's going to depend up to you. Now, I tolerated it, but am I going to get a new seat eventually? Absolutely. But it's not the worst seat to have. Handlebars are comfortable. They say it's supposed to be lightweight. Is it lightweight compared to other high quality bikes? Yes. I think the thing still has a little bit of weight on it. Tires and rims seem to be good. Disc brakes seem to be good. It did, however, be careful, and obviously you're going to want to take a look over your bike once it's delivered to you. The disc shipping is horrible. When I got my bike, the front brake, because of the front wheel being delivered in the way that it's delivered, it's not packaged in the most efficient way to get your bike to you safely without damaging some of the components to make the bike actually perform the way it's supposed to perform. The disc brakes were bent based on the way that it's packaged and shipped. So be prepared to inspect your brakes and make sure that your disc brakes are aligned and not rubbing on your pads. So I had to fix a slight adjustment on the actual disc brake for the front wheel. Put the handlebars on. The brakes, you can see here, they're plastic. I think they're personally worthless. So I did immediately, before I took the bike out to do anything, went on Amazon and got me a pair of decently reviewed pedals. They're holding up nicely, very, very well. The gears on this thing, not the smoothest gears. It looks like they are called, let me get down here so you can see it. These are the Shimano 20 gears. I hear that is probably a lower level of gear as far as performance is concerned. I did have to do some tuning to it. A buddy of mine who's very competent in bikes and gears, he said don't take it to a bike shop, break the thing in first. We did a little bit of adjusting on the gears here. I found that there was some rubbing on the derailleur, this derailleur here in second gear. It was rubbing on that black piece. You see that black piece in the back? It was rubbing on that. But after a few tunings and, about a half an hour, 45 minutes to get it to tune. And I'll say with any bike, just knowing, riding bikes before, depending on the rider, depending on the bike when you get it, it'll take a few trips for you to get it exactly the way that you want it. All tuning isn't the same. It's going to depend on, how quality of the QA process that went into the actual gears that you got. So it'll take a little bit of tuning. Got that straightened out. Yeah, is it as smooth as I'd like it to be? No, but as I continue to ride it more, I think I'll get more tuning done. And the more tuning I'll get done, the smoother it will be. Again, overall, I had a great time riding this bike. Tires and rims, inner tube, I had no issues. I read that immediately the tires blew out or the inner tubes didn't hold air. I'm not the smallest person, I'm not the biggest person, and tires seem to hold out with the minimum amount of PSI in them. I believe I got 60 PSI in both of these tires. I do believe that the tire size is 700 by 32C. If I can find that on here somewhere so I can confirm. Yep, if you can see that sort of upside down, but you see that 700 by 32C for tires and inner tube. But yeah, this thing is, I had, again, an absolute great time riding it. Outside of the tuning of the gears that I believe, if I don't dog it and I take care of it and make sure that it's, you know, it's done right. The bike has, you know, you grease your chain, you grease your gears, you know, you take care of it. It's going to be for my needs of just riding around with my kids or riding around with, you know, the neighborhood or something. It's a great casual bike. I'm not doing any races in this thing. I'm not, you know, I might put some miles on it every now and again for a long bike ride or something, but I had a great time riding this bike. Like I can't express more how much fun I had riding this bike. It's a big box store bike, so your expectations have to be right when you buy something like this. Do I think $270 for this bike is overpriced? Yes, but given the current state of supply chain and components, aluminum, some of your metal parts in the supply chain, your raw materials, how there's some shortages and things. You know, Walmart's going to make their margin no matter what. Schwinn's going to make their margin no matter what. So they just pass those costs on to us, the consumers. But again, I thought $270 was worth, you know, giving this bike a try. And after the first impression, I like it. Only time will tell how much it holds up. So I've only seen a few reviews on this bike, and very grateful for those folks for doing that. I'm just adding a fuel to the fire for folks who are looking for bikes. Can't really find a bike anywhere, so I found this. It was in stock, you know, a couple clicks, and it was to my front door in a couple days. So if you're looking for a bike, looking for something casual that's fun, in my opinion, as it stands right now, easily manageable. You can do some upgrades to it, like your gears, or you wanted a lower bracket, you wanted a better seat, better hand grips, you know, things like that you can do. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I'm trying to keep the cost of this bike to a minimum. But again, like any bike, anything you know, wear and tear, you got to replace things. But good bike in my opinion. Outside of the brakes, haven't done much to it. I do foresee me buying a new seat. Outside of that, for $270, given the current state of bikes, if you can find them, I think this is worth the cost right now. So Schwinn Kempo men's hybrid bike from Walmart.com. It looks pretty cool too. I mean, I'm not, bikes look, it's nice. I put some miles on it. It's held up. So hope this helps somebody out there looking for a bike like the folks that helped me, who have done reviews on this particular bike. I appreciate it. If you're watching this, thank you so much. And hopefully this helps you all. All right, take care.